What's up guys, Starlink here, and today I wanted to show you how easy it is to make your N64 console region free. Let's check it out. Now typically the way people go about region modifying their N64 console is by cutting out the two pieces of plastic that jet out inside the cartridge slot that prevent you from playing your imports, usually with a Dremel tool or something. But as good as that is, and it works, there's nothing wrong with that, it can leave a blemish on your N64 console by seeing two big holes in your cartridge slot every time you put a game in, and it kind of looks unclean and unprofessional in my opinion. But another way you can go about it is by purchasing, or making if you happen to have one, a 3D printed cartridge slot that gets rid of those two pieces of plastic altogether. Now I purchased this from a guy who goes by the name of RockerGaming off of his eBay store for about $18 including shipping. He also happens to have his own YouTube channel where he talks about imports and does modifications, and even does a video of this, by the way. I'll make sure I'll leave a link in the description if you guys are curious, because he's a really cool guy and you should check out some of his videos. But without further ado, let's get right into the nit and gritty and install this little guy in our N64, shall we? Alright guys, we should have everything we need here to get started. Make sure you have your 4.5mm security bit screwdriver so you can take apart your N64. And you know, your standard Phillips screwdriver will do just fine. This is just one I had around conveniently, so you have that. And make sure you have something to pry out your N64 expansion pack that lies in here, because you got to take this out first before you take any of the screws out because they're connected. And if you don't happen to have one of these little things that came with your expansion pack, then you can use like a key or something to pry it out. That'll work just fine. Just set that to the side. You'll put that back in later. So I'm going to flip this guy over, find out all the screws. You got one right here, right there, right there, here, there, and up here. So you got 6 screws you got to take out. So let's take these little buggers out, shall we? Alright, so now we got everything out, and you can do it a little better than I did, but I tried to put all these screws on opposite sides. It doesn't really matter because all these screws are the same anyways, so it doesn't matter which side they're in there, but it's a good habit to be into to designate when you're tearing apart any device that has a crap ton of screws to separate them in different places so you know where they are. So we want to pull this out, and we're not even going to mess with this right here. We want to take this out. So this is when we need our Phillips screwdriver. Alright, we take this guy out and we're going to replace him in with the new one. See, look, it looks a little rough on the sides here, and you can see that. Pretty rough on the bottom, but that's not going to matter because you're not going to see that anyway. So we're just going to put this guy inside. Just going to flip him around here. Should fit in there nice and snug. There we go. Put these screws back in. Alright guys, before we put this back together, you want to make sure that the power switch, the plastic piece, is down here in the off position so it falls right in line with the switch, the power switch down here. It should just be right on top of it. It should go in nice and easy when you put it on top. Alright, then you check around and make sure everything's flush, put together, so there's like no gaps, holes. Looks good. Alright, and then it's just basically doing everything in reverse. When you took all the screws out, you got to put them all back in, but I'm not going to bore you with that because that'll take a while, so I'll see you in a minute guys. Alright guys, everything should be complete. In order here, make sure you put your jumper pack, or your expansion pack in my case, back inside your N64. So it goes in there nice and snug so it can properly boot up. just for reference, here's the old cartridge slot. See the plastic, little pieces of plastic there. I wouldn't throw this out, just keep it just in case, because you never want to throw this kind of thing out. You never know, right? Just keep that handy. But anyways, let's test this out and see if it works nice. I have my Japanese copy of Mega Man Legends, RockerGaming Dash. Should pop in there. Bingo! Works nice. Yep. See, there's the little juts. It wouldn't have fit in an American cartridge slot. We can just do that and test it right here. Yeah. It's a success, guys. Well, there you have it, guys. Now you have a nice and easy solution to be able to play and enjoy your imports on your N64 console without having to change your game cart's backplates like I had to do, sadly, or destroying your cartridge slot by cutting out the pieces of plastic. Alright guys, you know the drill. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you see this. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Now excuse me while I go enjoy some RockerGaming Dash.